Ever feel like technology is making you question your own abilities? Like, is it just me or what?
Oh, no, I've totally been there.
It's like this underlying anxiety about where we fit in, right?
Definitely.
Well, get ready because today's deep dive takes that feeling to a whole new level.
Buckle up.
We're talking AI psychology, how artificial intelligence is messing with our minds, basically.
You sent us this intense source, Testo and Collado.
Right. This one really made me think.
It's wild. It gets into how AI is changing what it even means to be human.
No kidding. So to kick things off, let's talk about that epic Go match.
Oh, you mean Lee Sedol versus AlphaGo back in 2016?
Exactly. I mean, picture this, right? Lee Sedol, Go Grandmaster, at the top of his game,
Unbeatable, they thought.
going head-to-head with a machine. Nobody saw this coming.
It was a total shock.
But here's the thing, and Testo and Collado really hits on this. It was about way more than just like who won or lost a game, you know?
It was symbolic.
Totally. Like a defining moment for humanity. It really made people question everything. If a machine can outsmart us at something that's like pure human intellect, then what are we even good for?
It's like it shook us to our core.
Testo and Collado talks about how this match triggered all this self-doubt.
It makes sense, though.
People freaking out about like our identity, our purpose.
Yeah, like if a machine can be creative and intuitive.
Which is what we always thought made humans special,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So then what makes us special?
And it's not just some abstract fear either.
Oh, no.
Testo and Collado actually mentions this study where artists were shown artwork created by AI. And even though they knew, like logically, that it was different,
Right.
a lot of them still felt this weird dip in their own creative confidence.
It messes with your head, man.
It's like the subconscious thing, like, well, if a machine can do that, why even bother?
Totally. And Testo and Collado says this is probably going to become even more common, right?
Absolutely, as AI gets more advanced.
It's like this constant feeling of, am I good enough? But now it's not just comparing ourselves to other people.
Now it's machines.
Machines that are learning and evolving at an insane speed.
It's a whole new ballgame.
So we've got AI making us question our whole place in the world. Like, how are we supposed to process that? It's a lot.
It really is. But the source, Testo and Collado, it actually dives into some seriously interesting psychological theories to try to explain, like, this whole AI-induced identity crisis thing.
Okay, lay it on me.
Well, one of the big ones is this thing called Bandura's theory of self-efficacy.
Okay, yeah, I think I've heard of that. It's all about believing in yourself, right? Like confidence.
Exactly. It's that belief in your ability to actually succeed at something. But here's the thing, and Testo and Collado really makes this point. When we see AI totally killing it in areas we always thought were, like human only, it messes with that belief.
Makes sense, right? If a machine can do it way better, faster, why even bother?
That's the question, isn't it? Like, what does that do to our motivation, our whole drive to be the best?
And what happens when the definition of the best keeps getting, like, blown out of the water by AI?
Right. It's not even a level playing field.
Yeah.
And Testo and Collado says, this isn't just about being like, oh, I'm not good at this one thing anymore. It's way deeper.
Yeah. How so?
It really gets into, like, our fundamental sense of self-worth, our purpose. If suddenly machines are better at the things we value most, thinking, creating, problem solving,
Yeah.
then what? Who are we?
It's like this existential crisis just waiting to happen, you know?
Totally. And here's the kicker. It's not even just about us as individuals.
It's not.
Testo and Collado talks about how this whole AI thing could completely change, like, society as we know it.
Oh, wow. In what way?
Well, think about it. There's this thing called Festinger's social comparison theory.
Yeah, okay.
And it basically says that as humans, we're always comparing ourselves to other people, right?
Oh, yeah. Like, all the time.
To figure out where we stand. But now throw AI into the mix.
Oh, man. Okay, yeah.
It's not just about keeping up with the Joneses anymore. It's about keeping up with machines that are constantly evolving, always one step ahead.
So it's like instead of comparing my, I don't know, my cooking skills to my neighbors,
Right.
I'm now competing with some supercomputer chef that can make, like, 5-star meals.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's a whole different ball game.
No kidding. That's both terrifying and kind of amazing when you think about it.
It is. And it brings up this huge question that Testo and Collado really digs into. How do we measure what it even means to be human, to be successful in a world where AI is setting the bar?
So it's like our whole understanding of success has to, like, evolve.
Totally. We need a whole new playbook.
But how do we do that? How do we deal with this new reality where in so many areas, AI is becoming the standard.
Yeah, that's the million-dollar question, right?
Yeah.
And Kesto and Collado doesn't shy away from it. It really gets into, like, the nitty-gritty, especially when it comes to jobs,
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
right? Like, this is where things get real.
For sure.
The source talks about all these studies that basically say a huge chunk of the workforce, like, a lot of people are going to have to learn totally new skills because of AI.
Oh, wow.
And we're not just talking about, like, factory jobs being replaced by robots either. This is AI disrupting, like, whole industries.
That's intense.
And Testo and Collado really stresses that it's not just about, like, retraining for a different job either.
It goes deeper than that.
Oh, yeah. It's a whole psychological thing.
How so?
Well, imagine, like, waking up one day and your skills, everything you've built your career on, is obsolete. Like, it's just irrelevant.
Oof. Yeah, that would be rough.
It's a huge blow to your identity,
Yeah,
right?
really.
And the source really drives home the point that this isn't just about, like, economics. It's about how people see themselves, their value, their place in the world.
So we need to be doing more than just teaching people how to, like, code or whatever. Right?
Absolutely. It's way bigger than that.
So we have to actually help people deal with the emotional and mental impact of this whole technological earthquake.
Yes. It's about resilience, adaptability,
Mm-hmm.
finding your purpose when the world keeps changing on you.
That's huge.
Right. And it's easy to get so caught up in all the, like, cool AI stuff that we forget about the human side of it all.
Totally. So what's the answer? What do we do?
Honestly,
Yeah,
I don't think there's, like, a simple answer.
of course not.
But I think what Testo and Collado really gets at is that this is a process.
Okay.
AI is constantly changing, so our relationship with it has to change too, you know?
So we just have to, like, roll with the punches.
In a way, yeah. But also be proactive. Stay curious, stay informed, and don't be afraid to ask the tough questions like, what does it even mean to be human when we have machines that can do so much? How do we make sure AI is a good thing for everyone?
Those are some big questions, man.
They are, but they're important ones.
Mm,
And it sounds like Testo and Collado really got us thinking about them, which is a good start, right?
absolutely. Well, on that note, I think it's time to wrap up this deep dive. We
Yeah.
covered a ton of ground today, everything from, like, self-doubt to the future of work in an AI-powered world.
Yeah, it's been quite the journey.
Seriously. To everyone listening, thank you so much for sending us this amazing source. It sparked some really important conversations.
For sure. Keep those questions coming.
Absolutely. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep into the things you're passionate about. We'll be here to guide you.